World War III closer than you think? 10 nations that could survive nuclear fallout. If a full-scale nuclear exchange ever erupted, the safest places wouldn't be the loudest superpowers dominating global headlines. They'd be the quiet, distant, strategically boring nations far from missile silos, naval bases, and hardened military alliances. Survival wouldn't just be about avoiding the initial blast radius, but minimizing radioactive fallout exposure, food supply collapse, energy shortages, and long-term infrastructure breakdown. In that kind of scenario, geography becomes destiny, and physical distance from primary targets becomes priceless. Countries like New Zealand and Australia frequently top survival discussions due to their remoteness, strong agricultural sectors, and lower likelihood of being immediate primary strike targets. Iceland stands out for geothermal energy independence and small population size, while Argentina and Chile benefit from southern hemisphere positioning, vast farmland, and significant natural resources. These nations combine distance, food production capability, and relative geopolitical insulation in ways that quietly increase long-term resilience. Then there's Indonesia, often overlooked in global survival debates, but strategically fascinating when you look closer. It's not a nuclear power, doesn't host major foreign nuclear arsenals, and its 17,000-plus islands naturally disperse population density rather than concentrating it in a few massive urban hubs. Positioned near the equator and largely outside primary northern hemisphere strike corridors, Indonesia could statistically face lower initial fallout concentration compared to heavily militarized regions, although global climate disruption and economic shockwaves would still reach its shores. Other countries frequently mentioned in resilience conversations include Uruguay and Paraguay for agricultural stability, freshwater access, and relatively low strategic targeting value, as well as Bhutan and Switzerland for long-standing neutrality, mountainous terrain, and strong civil defense infrastructure. None of these nations are invincible, but they all share a defining characteristic. They sit outside the central pressure points of global nuclear war planning maps. But here's the uncomfortable reality most people ignore. Even if you successfully relocate to one of these countries, survival will depend heavily on personal preparedness. Grid instability, rolling blackouts, overwhelmed public services, and disrupted imports are realistic risks in any global crisis. That's why a high-capacity portable power station, like the Anker Solix C1000 portable power station, can become a critical lifeline. With over 1 kilowatt-hour of durable lithium iron phosphate battery capacity and strong AC output, it can power communication devices, laptops for remote work, medical equipment, routers, and even a small refrigerator, especially when paired with solar panels for sustainable off-grid charging. If you're thinking about smart preparedness, not fear-driven panic, but calculated readiness, this is the type of gear you secure before supply chains tighten and demand spikes overnight. Search for the Anker Solix C1000 on Amazon and lock in reliable portable power while availability is normal. In uncertain times, energy independence isn't just convenience, it's stability, flexibility, and leverage when the world feels unpredictable.
For demo videos and current pricing, check the link in the description.